this love pain. Anybody gotta feel like a pop for this love pain. Anybody gotta pray like a session for this love pain. Yeah. Ooh, I need it for this love pain. Anybody got a prescription? Yeah, for this love pain. Anybody gotta feel like a pop for this love pain. Anybody got a prayer like a session for this love pain, yeah. Ooh, I need it for this love pain. Anybody got a prescription?
Good morning. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you're doing well, you and your family. And so good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Everything's gonna be all right. Yes, it is. And again, this is Sunday. This is the Successful Mind Power Hour, or Power 15 minutes or 30 minutes, however long we want to be on here. And I hope if you are new to the broadcast, give StreamYard permission for me to see your comments. And please make some comments, because I'm going to ask you to do something for me today. I actually ask you to give me some suggestions for topics for my lives. And I know I was on here yesterday, but I decided to do 2 days in a row. I know. Crazy, isn't it? So anyway, today I want to talk about, and don't forget to like and share this video. If you're coming in, especially if you're new, just say something, say hi, how you doing? I see you, Viv. And like and share this video with someone you think may want this information. So I want to talk about being a know-it-all as it pertains to being a leader. Now, every Monday night, one of our leaders in our company gives us a millionaire mindset call. And he's consistently talking about being a leader and what it takes to be a leader. And I was listening to John C. Maxwell this morning. It was one of the books that Mr. Bean suggested, was The 360-Degree Leader. Now, I've been listening to that book because I do it on Audible while I'm doing other stuff. Because sitting down and reading a book just doesn't seem to be in my wheelhouse right now. So I'm doing the Audible thing. So I was going through my morning routine, and I was listening to, and one of the statements that he made really caught my attention, mainly because I had heard it in a similar context from Mr. Bean. And he was saying that essentially that you can't be a know-it-all and be a leader, mainly because to be a know-it-all means you know everything and everybody else doesn't know anything. He told this story of this guy who basically wouldn't tell his employees anything. He knew all the stuff, so everybody was coming to him for everything. Even when he was on his day off, they didn't know what to do, so they would call him. And so nobody was taking the initiative to do anything, because he created an atmosphere where he didn't want other people to be creative. He didn't want other people to show their leadership skills. And so one of the things that Mr. Bean is said, and yesterday, actually, he was giving the 6 R's of leadership, or the 6 R's to be successful. And one of the things that he was talking about was to restock and replace everyone, including yourself. So in our business, we recruit people, to come into our business. A lot of businesses do that, especially in network marketing, right? But if you are a business builder and you're recruiting people, and you stop at, maybe 2 people or 3 people, and one of those people are like getting it, just really hammering it home, and they're doing all the work, and they're getting all more people, and they're, producing all the volume other than you, then after a while, they're going to start to become where, I need them for, I'm doing all the work. I'm responsible for their income. And so they'll get the big head, in other words. And if you as a leader are not showcasing their talents and also replacing them, let them fly, let them do their thing, let them show that they are a leader. But if you're not getting more people to replace them, then that becomes a stagnant relationship, right? And you actually become a stagnant leader, because who are you leading other than that one person? You should pay attention to everyone in your organization, especially the ones that you don't think are doing anything, but they're the workhorses. They're down there grinding it every day. Yeah, they may not be as successful as that person you see right in front of you, but they are working. So what you would do is to get with them and to develop their leadership skills. Let them do those things that you think that you're the only one that can do it. If you think that you're the only one that can do it, then your organization is dead from the start. And this is what Mr. Maxwell was saying in his book, is that, if you're the know-it-all, you're not going to be successful. You're just going to be tired, because everybody's going to be coming to you for every single thing, and you won't be able to grow because you're so busy supporting everybody else in everything. How are you going to grow yourself or your own business if you are constantly doing things for everybody, because you won't show anybody else how to do it, or you won't look to their skills and abilities and say, oh, wait a minute, so-and-so knows how to do this. Let them do that, and let me go on to do something else. Because I am if you're a creative person, but yet all the mundane, everyday administrative stuff that at your business or on your job or whatever, you're doing everything, how are you even going to have time to create anything? Because you're not letting the leaders come forth. You're not letting them use those skills and abilities. And then after a while, what's going to happen? They're going to get tired of that. They're going to say, well, they know everything. Let them do it. I heard that from someone say that, well, if you know everything, then I don't need to know anything. Why would I need to know? I just come in and ask you. Oh, okay, well, no. What do you know? What skills are you developing for yourself? And that's the thing about a leader, is that whenever someone shows that they have some talents, develop those talents. Ask them about them. See what kind of passion they have for that particular talent or ability, and then pump them up. Recognize them for it. Tell other people to go to them. Oh, so-and-so knows how to do that. Why don't you go to them and have them help you, or something like that? And then that makes them feel good because you recognized their talent. And so if you look for, Mr. Bean was also talking about recognition, as part of your leadership, is that when you have a team and you recognize people and you praise them, even for the smallest little thing, then that makes them feel good about themselves, and then they start working harder. Not, you're not rewarding people for doing nothing. They have to do something, yes, but you don't want to ignore the something that they're doing. Are you doing something? Are you working towards this goal? Then good on you, right? And so if you're a know-it-all, I know everything, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread, I'm not, and that kind of thing, then after a while, people are not going to want to follow you because they don't feel that they can ever live up to your standards. That happens too, right? If you got somebody who is constantly way up here and you feel like you're way down there, how is that an environment that you can thrive in? It's not really an environment that you can thrive in. Yes, there are people that you look up to and they're great leaders, but they don't hold the posture that they're better than you. They may know more than you because they've experienced more than you. But if they are following the guidelines of a great leader, then what they're doing is they're looking at what you're doing, they're looking at what other people are doing in their organization, and they're recognizing the talents, skills, and abilities of everyone so that collectively your business can grow. Also, so that, say you were to go on vacation, and if you were the only one doing everything, people are going to be calling you on vacation. You don't want that, right? So build your business or your team and make sure that you develop other leaders, and that way you can continue to grow and then bring more people in and keep developing people and cloning yourself, basically. And if you're doing the right things and those people see that you're doing the right things, they're going to want to follow you, right? And so they will think, oh, I have a really great leader, and they're recognizing me as an individual and as a person that has some talents and abilities that I can contribute to the team or to the company. So if they think that you think that you know everything, then they're less likely to work with you. And I had somebody tell me that one time when I was on my job and I was in management, and they said, "You think you know everything?" I said, "No." I told y'all from day one, I don't know everything. I get to learn from everybody. And but I asked them, so what makes you think that? Well, because you always got an answer for everything. I said, well, I only have answers for things that I know anything about. If I don't know about it, I tell you I don't know. If I thought I knew everything, I would never say I don't know, right? And so that's the thing about and then perceptions or another whole nother conversation. People's perceptions of you that aren't necessarily true. Now, sometimes they may be true. You may have to go back in and examine yourself and say, do I put that kind of perception out? Do I put that kind of aura out to people? And, maybe need to adjust something, or maybe you need to adjust how you say something, or when you say something, or if you say something, so not that you want to change your whole personality to fit somebody else's opinion of you, but sometimes in a leadership role, you do have to be a servant leader. Basically, you're there to help develop people and serve people versus being the know-it-all, because it doesn't serve anybody for you to be the know-it-all, not you or your company or your employees or your team members, however that structure works for you. So yeah, a real leader knows that they don't know everything. They are aware of that, and then they're okay with that. They are saying, oh, yeah, no, I don't know everything. There's no possible way I can know everything because I'm still alive, and every day above ground. My mom used to say this: every day above ground is a learning experience. Every single day. You don't get through one day without learning something. You can learn something about yourself, you can learn something about somebody else, but every single day you learn something, whether you recognize it or not. And so unless you're dead, you're still learning, and you will continue to learn until God calls you home, however that works for you. So this is why, when you don't know everything, it's a good thing. especially when you have a team or employees, they get to shine. You're not the only shiny object in the room. They get to shine, and they get to show people what they got, and then after a while, you can just be confident in turning over the reins and says, okay, well, no, so-and-so got that. He was talking about some of his companies where he has this gentleman who just takes over. He goes on vacation. He doesn't worry about if his company is going to crash while he's gone, because he knows that he's got team members or employees that are able to handle it, because he allowed that development, or he supported their development into a leader. So if you're a know-it-all, don't stop that, because or even if you think you know it all, or even if you're not even recognizing the fact that that's what you're projecting, look at how your employees are treating you. If they're at the water cooler, I know this is an old term, I'm showing my age, at the water cooler, and then all of a sudden you come up and everybody goes to their desk and pretends to be working, you might be a know-it-all, or they might be more afraid of you than want to work with you. So, you might have to re-examine some stuff. And then if every time you come in the room, everybody's whispering, but then they stop talking when you come in the room, that might be a problem as well. So just examine how you're treating people and whether or not you're supporting them in their leadership roles. So that is something that, that I learned this morning. Well, not just this morning, because Mr. Bean's gone over it a couple of times, but it was just something that was reinforced for me this morning with John C. Maxwell's. And it's a really good book, 360-Degree Leader. I have a lot of John C. Maxwell's leadership books, the 21 habits, 21 irrefutable habits of a leader. And I think another one that I got. And so, yeah, I think I have 4 of his books, and all of them are leadership books. But anyway, he writes a lot of leadership books, and you can look him up on Amazon, 360-Degree Leader. And if you want to listen to the book, I have it on Audible. You can download it on Audible however you want to. So if you're running around thinking you're the end all and be all, eventually you're going to be all by yourself, because your team is going to leave. They're not going to feel supported. They're not going to feel like they are contributing anything to your business. So don't, readjust that attitude and then look around and to see. And he said something like, walk the hall. Look around to see what talents and abilities that your team members have or your employees have, and then support them in developing those strengths of theirs. Don't look at the weaknesses, look at their strengths, develop that, and they will become a magnificent leader. And so will you. So give credit where credit is due, and you'll find that your team of employees will love working with you instead of for you. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to go because I have another meeting in about 2 minutes. Got to go sign in. And I'll talk to you guys later. And I'll see you on my next video. But in the meantime, I wish you peace. I wish you love. And I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.